Hello everybody. How to approach an essay and how to understand the implied ideas of an English essay are two of the most important questions for students of English literature. In this section, we are going to discuss together the best way to approach an English essay. In order to understand an essay, as a critical reader, you should acquire enough knowledge about the characteristics, the elements, and the types of the essay. So, we are going to discuss the following. First, the essay and its general characteristics. Second, the main types of the essay. And finally, the main elements of the essay. What is the essay? According to Abrams, the essay is any brief composition in prose that undertakes to discuss a matter, express a point of view, or to persuade us to accept a thesis on any subject whatever. Depending on Abrams' definition, the essay has three main characteristics as following. First, length. The standard length of the English essay ranges between 5 and 15 pages. So, the essay should state its subject briefly. Second, the essay in general is written in prose, but some essays are written in verse. For example, Alexander Pope's An Essay of Criticism is written in verse, not in prose. Third, the essay may tackle any subject matter. Essays are written by sociologists, anthropologists, literary men, and etc. Finally, the purpose of writing. The essay makes the purpose of writing a priority. The purpose of writing is stated in the main idea of the thesis. The essay is written to discuss a point of view or to convince the reader about the thesis. Now, after defining the essay and its main general characteristics, we are going to demonstrate and discuss the main types of the essay. For the sake of clarity and convenience, let us divide the types of the essay into the following categories. First, the descriptive essay. Second, the narrative essay. Third, the expository essay. Fourth, the argumentative essay. Finally, the speculative essay. Now, let us discuss the previous types one by one. The descriptive essay is an essay conveys facts and ideas to the reader through description. If you visit a place and you are asked to describe it, the best choice will be to write a descriptive essay. In this kind of essays, we use expressions and words called clues or cues, such as look at, covered with, through a tunnel, and etc. The narrative essay is an essay which communicates the speaker's feelings, impressions, ideas, and facts through telling a story. The purpose of this type of the essay is not only to amuse, but it also to attract the reader's attention. George Orwell's Shooting an Elephant is an example of narrative essay. The expository essay is an essay in which the writer uncovers, explains, discloses, and clarifies an idea or a concept that is totally unknown to the reader or known but still unclear. For example, if you write about democracy to show a new dimension of it, it is an expository essay. The argumentative essay is an essay that aims to argue for a matter or against it. The main focus in such essays is to convince or to persuade the reader of it. The writer also aims to show the strength of his ideas and weakness of the ideas he argues against. The speculative essay is a highly imaginative essay, usually literary or philosophic piece of writing which goes beyond the normal boundaries of knowledge and awareness. it penetrates the surface meaning of its topic. After we discuss the main types of the essay, we are going to discuss the main elements of the essay. The main elements of the essay are: first, thought; second, structure; third, style; finally, voice. Thought means idea. The essay, as well as the literary work, gives the prime importance to ideas. The role of the reader of the essay is to understand the implicit and the explicit ideas of an essay. Structure. Structure is defined as the manner of organization or the organizing principle of the ideas of the essay. The structure of the essay is mainly built of three main elements. The first element is the thesis, in which you state your main argument or idea. For example, sugar is important for human health and growth. Could be a thesis for an essay about sugar. The second element is antithesis, in which you remind the reader of something opposing in somehow your thesis. For example, having a large amount of sugar may harm human health. The synthesis, the last elements of the three, in which you solve the conflict between the thesis and the antithesis. Style. Style is how words and sentences are employed to create certain effects. Style has, first, to do with diction. Diction means author's choice of words. Diction may vary according to the context of the essay, the subject matter of the essay, or the background of the author. Diction could be familiar and modern, or unfamiliar or obsolete and old. Style also has to do with syntax and figures of speech. Voice. Voice means simply the author's way of saying things, or his attitude and tone embodied in his or her subject matter. The voice of the essay depends on the nature of the subject matter, the occasion or the context, the psychological state of the speaker or the reader, and so on. Some voices seem to be serious, some are ironic, and some are straightforward, and some are playful. Thank you for watching. I hope this video to be useful for you in your academic march and help you progress in your literary performance.